Nebraskans are pissed. Bigly. Askins. The Askins are pissed. Nebraskans. No one wants to hear Farmer John with his butt crack showing, married to a Karen, complaining about losing your little farm when you voted for me. They don't feel sorry for you. And I don't need your votes anymore, so I don't care. Bigly. Nebraskans, what did you think was gonna happen? If all your workers were Mexicans and we got rid of all the Mexicans, who's gonna be your workers? Guess what? You can take a page from the book of the Native Americans, followed by the African Americans, Chinese Americans, Indian Americans. Listen, what we're gonna do is crash the economy so all the rich people can buy up everything for super dirt cheap, including your land, Nebraska farmer dude. I don't know. And once we buy it for dirt cheap, we will hire you to work on said land. Hello, this is a tale as old as time. We've done it so many times before. And the fact that you thought you were exempted.
My taxes raised, and why do I have no one to work my farm? I do not understand this, and I know that this was not what Donald Trump meant to happen. I know that he doesn't want us good Trump supporter folks suffering, but we are. Donald Trump, please reverse this. I'm a white.
So I know I was talking about, the Latino vote before. The Viva vote for Donald Trump. Okay, well, let's get on to the white folks. The white farmers. So, word is out now that the white farmers voted for Donald Trump because they thought they were going to get Black Americans in the fields. Because they also thought Black folks did not have jobs. So when we put this all together, somehow the white farmers were convinced that Black folks don't have jobs. We don't work. we don't work. And so they voted for Donald Trump because they thought, okay, he gonna send them in the fields. So Donald Trump and them, with their whole Project 2025, said, okay, so we got to make this happen. So we got to cut these DEI stuff, all this DEI stuff, to put Black Americans out of work. When in reality, they put a bunch of white folk out of work just to get Black folks out of work. And so all these cuts that are happening are to try and harm Black Americans so much till they think that we're going to go into the fields. Now, when you think about that, that makes you double back and see why they want the Latinos out. Because the Latinos, right, to them, they are reproducing entirely too fast, okay? And so they're like, we got to get them out of here because Black Americans don't reproduce as fast as the Latinos. And so if we could get them out, then the Black Americans can take their place in the field. This is for real. And so now you double back to the Black jobs. They're taking your job. Yes, you got to double back to what he said. They're taking Black jobs, y'all. Like, they have all this down. Like, they have all this whole circle. So now let's go back to the farmers, if you're still with me, okay? Because the white farmers, that's what they believed was going to happen. So if y'all got all that straight, this is the message to the white farmers. The last thing you want is for Black Americans to be in your fields. Don't let the devil fool you. As a matter of fact, you might want to let the devil fool you to see what's going to happen. Well, I'm trying to tell you, the last thing you ever going to want is Black Americans in your fields. Nah, I'm going to let you fill in the blank on that one. And this goes to show that they will go to any lengths. Remember I said that, first of all, we had the Latinos, some Latinos, not all of them, just them Cuban ones, talk about you're next. right? To Black Americans. So they thought we was immigrants. Okay? And so now we have the white farmers who are still living in the 1700s. Thinking back to glory days, quote unquote. They thought with their vote, we were going to the fields. So you got one group thinking they gonna kick us out of here, and you got another group of people thinking that we going to the fields. Now this right here is a real mental problem, because people are literally stuck. I'm telling y'all, people are stuck in the 1700s when they think about Black Americans, okay? I'm telling you, their thought process, they sit around probably campgrounds and picnics and stuff and talk about how can we make this happen? That was their heyday. I'm telling you, when that freaking plantation house burned down in Louisiana, I think, right? That was their heyday. Now, I'm trying to tell you, that was their heyday. When that plantation house down in Louisiana got torched, okay? I'm telling you, that broke them. But I just want to, I want to teach them a little bit more history if I have your attention, right? If I have your attention, right? This is some history that a lot of people don't know, okay? But y'all didn't know Black Americans had white servants? Y'all ain't know that? I mean, it wasn't widespread or anything like that, but we had white servants. Yeah, and they wanted to be our servants because they needed work. They were coming over from Europe. Yeah, and they were docile too. Yeah, they were docile. And Black Americans, the aristocrats, the wealthy ones, because they were wealthy ones, okay? They had white servants. So I don't know if y'all ever see them pictures. Let me find a picture. I couldn't find a picture. I wasn't gonna go back and try to find a picture. But if you can watch videos, you'll be able to find a picture of possibly some Black people in the horse-drawn carriages. And there may be someone white as the horseman or the coach. I'm not sure what you call them, coachman or whatever. Yeah, he worked for them. Yes, indeed. It was a big thing. It was a big, big thing, when everybody began to see in the early 1900s, what? Black Americans, they use the other word. Black Americans have white servants. Yeah, that's a bit of history they don't like to put on TV. And the reason for it is because they were like, okay, they had white people here that they could hire, and they also had Black people here that they could hire. But they felt that the white people from Europe were so docile, and they were less expensive. Now, they weren't the only ones who thought that. The wealthy white people thought that too. The wealthy white people were like, yeah, we like the docile immigrant white people. They're a lot cheaper. They take less money. Yeah, so there's a bit of history for you. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it was like that. Oh yeah, because they knew they would have to pay Black Americans a lot more. Lot more. So they always went for the immigrant. And see, when the Black Americans hired the white immigrants, they were like really, really like, yes, we will do it. Yes, we will do it. Because they want to stay in America. Here's the difference though. Black Americans didn't mistreat them. They didn't mistreat them at all. But anyway, that's just a little side note. But yeah, to the white farmers again, this is the last thing you want. The last thing you want is for Black Americans to be out in your fields. The last thing you want. Trust and believe. And next time, you know what? Stop basing your vote on how to harm Black Americans, because you're going to end up running into that wall that's going to tumble. Okay? That's what's going to end up happening. Stop doing that. All of you do it. Like, all of you. You had the conservative Asian Americans coming through with the whole Ivy League school. We don't want Black Americans there. Then you had the I will vote for Donald Trump Cubans, okay, who were thinking, okay, you're next, okay? Okay, we're not immigrants, so we're not next. And now we have the white farmer who thought that they were going to get the Black Americans in the fields. And then this is all off of Project 2025. So now look where you got America. Look where you got the United States of America. And you know, a lot of people say, why black Americans think everything revolves around them? No, y'all think everything revolves around us because y'all make everything revolve around us. Y'all stuff coming out.
My goddess, white people, leave black people alone about this plantation burning to the ground. Leave them alone. You don't get to tell them how to feel about it. You don't get to tell them how to react about it. Stop making videos about how sad it was that it burned down and leave black people alone. Leave them alone. They have every right to feel their very valid feelings about this plantation burning down. Stop. You know what? Take this opportunity to learn something. Shut your mouth, open your ears, and listen to the videos and learn something. Practice a little empathy. God, white people are not okay. We are not.
So them farmers really thought we was coming to get in them fields? Is that what I'm reading? Y'all really thought we was coming to get in those fields? It's funny when black people say stuff. Like over a year ago, when we said that Donald Trump specifically saying that immigrants were coming over here to steal black jobs meant that him deporting them was supposed to open the door for us to get back in the fields. Of course, immediately, most people said, y'all are reaching. Now here we are. They are literally on Twitter, all over social media, complaining about the fact that we did not come into those fields. I get the unemployment rate is rising rapidly in the black community. I believe for us, it's about 7%. Compared to about 4.5% for just about any other demographic. But that also means that 93% of us have jobs. 93% of us are working. And 93% of us were never coming out into those fields to pick your stupid crops. Y'all are supposed to be the pick them up by their bootstraps people, right? Y'all are always the ones talking about earn this, that, hard work, this, that. But then y'all never want to do your own damn work. Y'all brought us over here, all right? We spent hundreds of years doing that stuff for free. We spent another 100 years after that with Jim Crow rights. We fought, bled, died, protested, did everything we possibly could to gain the rights that we have now. We live in this country, we work, we own businesses. We are not going back to your fields. Can y'all just let that shit go? Like, can y'all let it go? It ain't gonna happen. And there's nothing you're gonna do to make it happen. You don't got the numbers. You don't have the manpower. We're not going back. The experiment failed, okay? And now guess what's happening? Food is rotting in the ground because y'all really thought we was coming back out there.
Y'all saw the young lady that had the plantation uniform outfit on with the little white girl and a dog? Okay, well, she goes back to make a video saying, what is the problem? Baby, we concerned. We trying to make sure you are okay. All right? This is out of love. And even if something is it's good and it's okay, it's still not a good look. So you might not know what that looks like. You could go in a store right now, walk in Walmart with your dog, the little girl, and that outfit on. People gonna still give you a look. Okay? So when these people are making videos, they just trying to make sure that everything is okay with you. And she go on and make a video and say this is her work uniform. And even if that's your work uniform, baby, they're trying to make you look like a slave. You might need to go find you somewhere else to work. And I'm not being funny. That's not just the uniform. Where did she even get that from? She has the little thing on her head and all it just looked like, it just looked like 1929. I didn't even know they still have those type of clothes around. If y'all haven't seen it, go look it up. Go see. And she was like, what is wrong with y'all? What is the problem? Baby, you might need to see what we see. Okay? Where's your mom? Where's your dad? You know this TikTok, we are the aunties and the uncles, and we gonna be nosy, okay? We gonna find out what we need to find out. We don't mind our business over here. Hugs and love. Y'all be blessed, J-Lo. Go look it up.
Indiana plantations, and I just want to talk about it. So let's start with the fact that I am deeply disturbed. I'm deeply disturbed by all the commentary, and let's just preface this by saying to be black in America is like to be in this never ending horror film. Like, when does it fucking end? Like, when does it fucking end, you guys? And just to see all these plantation sympathizers and many of the comments that I've seen and read just disparaging us, you know, and then like, oh, this is just a historical monument. You guys should respect this. This is history. This is architecture. So like the valuing of architecture and property over people, like, sounds about white, right? And I've just concluded that whiteness within itself and those who subscribe to it, which is most of white people, it is a mental and cultural fucking psychosis. Like, they are fucking literally insane. And then to add insult to injury, these people are our colleagues. They are our superiors. They make important decisions on behalf of government and politics. Whiteness is not only detrimental to us and everybody, it's detrimental to white people themselves. It's detrimental to people. It's detrimental to nature. Like, whiteness is this is like, I don't know, like, it's just giving, I don't know, y'all. I don't even know how to describe it, because any word that I use will be a literal understatement. Okay. So I'm just deeply bothered by all the commentary, and I'm sure many of you are aware, are see, I'm fucking up. Anyways, let's talk about my experience at Louisiana plantations, because I visited several, and I highly do not recommend. This is one of the worst experiences and worst mental mindfucks that I've ever gotten in my whole entire life, right? And let's just piggyback. When I called being black in America like a never-ending horror story, okay? We have to name the villain, the super villain, the most evil villain of all villains, fucking Gaslight, okay? Because that's just what this shit is in a nutshell. So, okay, I go visit these plantations. Now, I don't know what's going on now in terms of pricing, but when I went, it was $100, okay? 100 USD per plantation, you guys. Red flag number one, okay? So I go and tour the plantation. I'm on the tour bus, all white people except for me and the black tour, the black bus driver, tour driver, whatever. And y'all, he was fucking cooning, okay? So I'm already off on the wrong start. He was fucking cooning and kicking and cackling and kipping and coppling and fucking shaking and jiving and hippity hopping, okay, for them white people, and making all types of jokes about slavery, and they were fucking laughing, and I was fucking, how y'all say, sliding against the wall? I was sliding down my chair in utter embarrassment and utter disbelief, okay? So we get to the plantation, the first plantation. First thing on the plantation is a entry to a gift shop, okay? They are selling all sorts of antebellum fucking trinkets, and none of it has anything to do, nothing remorseful. It's all like, this is some type of, I don't know, like fucking historical romance novel, the best one on Book Talk or something. I'm like, you literally can't make this shit up. I'm like, oh man, this is just getting, what Barry White said, deeper and deeper. Okay. So then on the plantation tour, the angle is more so about the industry of the sugarcane, and from the perspective of the slave owner, but they didn't really talk about slavery. It was more so of like, these were just some good old enterprising folks, and it was insane. Then the only part that was about slavery, I believe this was Laura Plantation, was when they showed, like, basically said, like, this house, the structure was built by slaves in like 11 months, and you just seen the master craftsmanship, and just talking about like how it survived Katrina, it survived this, that, and the third, just masterful craftsmanship. This just shows and proves that these people weren't just random people off the streets in Africa. They were master craftsmen, very skilled people. You even seen like Roman numerals, like, so yeah, these enslaved people, yeah, they knew Roman numerals, so these were highly intelligent but unfortunate people. Okay, so next plantation, oh man, you walk in, it's like like a dock or something with like this ferry boat. It was just like a good old antebellum fantasy. Then next thing you know, you got black people in there, y'all. Yes, y'all, black folks is working on the plantation. And this was just like a few years ago, really, 5 years ago, something like that. Serving the white folks, y'all, sandwiches of soups and drinks, and bringing out stuff to the white folks. And it was having a good old time. I did see like a little marriage or whatever on the flyer. It was like a $500. I got the flyer somewhere. Best photo contest. Y'all, it was just like unfucking real. Okay, I was like, am I in the fucking Twilight Zone? And yet again, it was not like any talks of like slavery. It was just all about the goodness of the white folks and how enterprising they were. And this son went off and did that. This is like some American coming of age fucking Netflix film. Okay, the only plantation that got it right was Whitney Plantation. But that's the only plantation that probably is getting it right in America. So it was just like a horror film, y'all. And like I said, this is just so deranged and so scary. Like we have to be amongst these people. And I hate to say it, but I do have a deep distrust of white folks, and that's just really sad because it's just it's sad. Like, you know, I do got, you know, some white friends, but it's just sad. Okay.
Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. Today we will be reviewing those white farmers. Them white farmers are not giving up on black folks. These farmers really want the black guys back on them farms, you know. And I'm going to be doing something a little bit different on this segment today. I'm going to be reading some of your comments you left on some videos I did back ago, some videos I did a few days back. So I'm gonna read some comments and then so you're gonna listen to them. I don't know, there's a lot of hilarious comments here that people are leaving about the white farmers. And then as you watch from the video I just posted, you've seen white people reacting to this. So I just want to give you an insight on what the black community thinks about what the white farmers are trying to do to us. Okay, this comment says this woman made me almost laugh. If you could burn up the bar, then you could work on your own farms. I mean, people will never learn jealous envy. If we work on our own farms, then you can work on your own farms. Okay, what you all need to do is to look into the mirror and blame the person who looks back at you. That's another comment. Black people don't have anything to do with the choices and the decisions you all made. We all are suffering, and the consequences, you want to put the consequences on black people. I mean, these white farmers are all crazy, you know. So here's another comment. This user says, work your own farms. You have all the high-tech equipment and all the land and all the federal money, you know. So you do not have reliable workers. You voted to lock them up and burning the FBA farms, about 20 acres compared to the 100 acres of land areas, you know. I mean, another user says, dang, work your own farms for you and your kids. That's really, really crazy. There's nothing new here. Another user says there's nothing new here. It's what they've always been trying to do. You can see the anger and the rage among the black community and the black folks. I mean, the president literally coming out there on social media and then telling everyone, saying they are gonna deport immigrants out of the country so the black community can get jobs. I mean, like, who told them that black people don't have jobs in America? I mean, just about 7% of black people are unemployed in America, and there's 93% of Americans employed. You have 93% of black Americans employed. And then don't get me wrong, when it comes to the unemployment rate amongst other minority groups in America, I think black people are the highest, with the highest unemployment rate. You know, other demographics are having about 3%, 4%. I think black people are the highest with about 6 to 7%. But it doesn't mean that you have to come on there on social media and come and say, okay, because you're taking people out of the country, you want black people to work for you. Given the history, you know quite well. Given the history, I mean, like, these people talk as if they don't know about history. Given the history that the black people have with the white people and related to the farms in America. So what are they trying to say? Now the farmers are out there crying on social media saying they are all they're good, all Trump supporters, you know, they're Trump supporters, and they shouldn't be going through all this, that they voted for Trump, they voted for reform, they voted for these immigration policies, and you know, now is out there hauling and is gonna buy them back in the ass. So the question is, look 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 at who is standing in front of the mirror. I mean, you can actually go back to the farms. You can actually work on your farms yourselves, or better still, increase the wages, to encourage Americans to go back to the farms and work. Or um reach out to the person you voted for and ask for money for funds in order to help fund your farm, because I hear he's out there giving money to foreign countries, spending on foreign wars, um giving billions of dollars to Argentina, while farmers in America are struggling, by the day, farms. And then the only community that's been targeted by this is the black community. I mean, the Latinos are out there supporting this, and these are the same Latinos who were out there saying, "Oh, they want Trump in because they want support, they want to support, they want the minority support." Now Trump entered. Now Trump entered the White House and he started targeting the exact Latino people. This is what I'm trying to tell you guys. These guys, this president we have, is friend to nobody. Okay, he can be a friend tomorrow, and then the next day, boom, something happens. You're being targeted. It's the truth. It's the truth. So we don't really see a clear cut on how to go about these farm issues, because there is an ego. He's an egomaniac. You already know right now. And then look at the situation between Canada and the United States. So the tariff situation, he said he was going to make America great again. So he's increasing the tariffs from other countries. You know, I believe Trump is a businessman, but he didn't foresee all of these things happening, just like the Iran war. He foresaw him attacking Iran, and them submitting, but he didn't foresee that they were going to start attacking all those Gulf states around. So it's the same thing with America, with farmers in America. Oh, he thought maybe he was going to send the immigrants out, and then all the black jobs, the black people are going to go back to them plantations, and then picking them cotton for them, picking them carrots for them, and doing all sorts of funny jobs for how much? How much you gonna pay them? You wanna pay them $10, $9 an hour? That's crazy, man. That's even just crazy for somebody to stand and even think about it. And those far photos, those MAGA communities out there on social media, especially on Twitter and Facebook, they're out there talking about how they're just gonna be patient, and they're just gonna wait for the black people to realize they don't have any jobs in America, and they're just gonna come running to them to ask for these jobs. And then boom, we'll be back in 1865, where them black folks own the farms, and them white folks are telling them white folks own the farms, and them black folks are there working in the fields for them. I think that's what they mean by making America great again. That's so crazy, guys. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for growing this channel up onto this level. Again, I want you to leave your comments, your thoughts down below. Click the notification bell so that each time I release a new video, you'll be the first person to watch the video. I'm gonna see you in the next video. Stay strong.